Maybe you've heard this elsewhere. I don't care. I'm going to tell you it again because a lot of people get this wrong. Whether you are a startup founder or a marketer or a business owner, you need landing pages that convert. Now, if you've been in business longer than 5 seconds, you may have noticed that you need this little thing called sales in order to maintain and grow your startup, your organization. And whether you are a startup founder or a marketer or a business owner, in order to make sales and to drive leads that lead to sales, if you're selling services, you need landing pages that convert. The most basic landing page that you need to be working for you, working 24/7 like an automated salesperson, is your homepage. But in general, whether it's your homepage or some sort of SEO optimized keyword focused landing page, or even other pages that are just kind of going to be like squeeze pages leading into the main funnel, you're always going to need pages that will actually work for you. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19, and over the years, there have been 1 or 2 times that I've needed, and I'm obviously, being sarcastic about that. There are hundreds of times that we've needed to put up sales pages that have converted, both for our business as well as for our clients' businesses. Now, directly for our business, the checklist, which in some ways you can think of a little bit like a template for some of the ways that it's structured. I'll explain that in a second. But for the copywriting checklist that I'm about to give you, I can tell you that this checklist has directly attributable to it about $3 million, a little more than $3 million in sales for our company. And if you add in how much it has helped our clients as well, because we have often, almost always, used it as kind of like a starting point for writing home pages and sales pages and lead generation pages that convert for our clients' businesses, well, the impact in terms of amount of revenue generated has been, much more significant than just $3 million. But for our company, I can attribute at least $3 million in sales revenue to this one page. And once I go through it, I think it might start to click for you. I'm going to go through each component in the checklist. We're going to break it down step by step. And it's not going to be a perfect fit, because if you customize it and you test other strategies, maybe you'll find something that's a better fit. But whenever I've needed a, homepage or sales page that is almost always going to convert, I've turned to this checklist and it hasn't let me down yet. It just has all of the key components that you need to clearly and persuasively communicate with your target market. And it works, again, for any business. Now, the sale, depending on what you are selling, you'll need to tweak and adjust, if you are selling services versus if you are selling products. But I guarantee you this can work for you whether you are selling products or you are selling services. In our business with Growbo, originally we started as a web design agency, and we evolved to be a web marketing agency. Then we productized starting around 2015, productized even further in 2017, and kept growing and scaling the business. And for the first time in 21 was when we crossed 7 figures for a single calendar year as a company. And we've continued to grow and learn. And we're actually launching a brand new, I don't like calling it a product. I don't like calling it a product, but it is a platform called Growbo. And if you're interested after this video, you can go ahead and check that out. That's something else that can help you to accelerate your growth as a company. And also on that note about Growbo, so this is actually I've revisited this checklist. I'm revisiting it right now because we are redoing our homepage to better promote and communicate and persuade about the value that Growbo as a platform for AI business process automation in terms of the value that it brings to business owners, founders, and marketers like yourself. So Without further ado, let's get into the checklist. All right, so the first item on the checklist, and this is, to some extent going in order in the consecutive manner in which these items will appear on your sales page. But when we get towards the end, it doesn't necessarily, for some of the items, they won't necessarily appear in that order per se. They're more of just like, okay, check this off, make sure that the copywriting, fits this requirement. All right, so the first item is a unique selling proposition headline. Unique selling proposition headline. One of the easiest formulas that we found and that I found work really well is, benefit without, bad thing that you don't want to do, that your target market doesn't want to do. So for example, it might be, done for you, sales funnel team without the headaches of hiring. Now our productized service that has brought in a lot of revenue for us over the years, and which we will ultimately be combining with the Grobo AI agents platform. This is very similar to the headline that we used. Again, benefit, and then the word without, and then drawback. But the key thing about an effective, unique selling proposition is it's something that is, just going to be clearly valuable to your target audience. And you want to say it upfront with an emphasis on the word unique. Ultimately, A/B testing is what will, help you to know for certain, like what is going to convert at an optimum rate. But if you're not sure, you want to test it out, do go talk to a few of the customers or clients that you have the most direct relationship with. Send them an email, send them a voice note, hop on a quick call with them. Be like, hey, do you think this is clear? Do you think this expresses, in no uncertain terms, what it is in terms that we offer you along with our other clients, our value? And if you can quantify it, like for example, save, up to 90% in costs without blah, 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 blah. Turn blank into, into this. Turn bad thing into, good thing. In the past, one of the SaaS products that I created and sold when it, before I founded Grobo, coming out of college, I founded a company called Blue Sky Local. And so one of the unique selling propositions we tested, and we were going after, restaurant target market, was turn slow sales days into, I forget the exact language, but it was something like, a packed restaurant, for example, or a line out the door. Some, visual can also be more persuasive if you have some sort of like a visual reference. But, most powerful might be something that is clear, that is quantifiable, that might have some sort of a visual and or emotional, word usage in there. And this is some of what I'm saying here is helps you to have copy that can be effective in general, like visuals and language that feels, that makes you feel something, that makes your target market feel something. And then also some sort of reference to, the pain point baked into there as well. Okay. Now, certain really large brands, that I've looked at have headlines that are a little bit surprising to me. Like, if I actually just check out, let's see what MailChimp is testing these days. Okay, so they've changed it over time. Turn emails into revenue. All right, turn emails into revenue. So it's simple. Subheadline. So you might want to think about a subheadline here that kind of elaborates on the main headline. Win new customers with the #1 email marketing platform and automations platform that recommends to get more opens, clicks, and sales. Okay, interesting. Let's check out leadpages.com. What's their headline? The easiest way to grow your revenue email list, leads, and like the last word is kind of rotating. So I've seen this tactically, this same headline be deployed on MailChimp as well. The easiest, email marketing platform, or email marketing made easy. I mean, to me, it just seems very simple, but sometimes simple and boring and straightforward enough can sell. So But on lead pages as well, they have a subheadline that just elaborates on it. So think about headline plus a one sentence subheadline that elaborates and clarifies what it is that you're offering that's unique and valuable. All right, second point on the checklist: 3 to 5 pain points. Now, you might be tempted, let me just jump into the solution. Let me talk about, why my product or service is so awesome and the value of it. No, do not do that. Talk about the problem, the pain points, okay? What is the key frustration your customers, clients, patients, whomever you're targeting are looking to solve or overcome? 3 to 5 pain points. If you tell it sort of in the form of a little bit of in the form of a story, this is really effective at engaging people and getting them to actually read and go down the entire page. Also, I recommend tactically that you use what I call the you rule, where you talk about you, because the word you in copywriting is very engaging. You're talking to the person whose eyeballs in real time are reading the words on the page. It's in the way sort of a form of empathy, and it just works to engage. It's like, like a human being wrote this for me. That's ideally what you want people to feel when they read something. Not that it's written by AI or anything like this. You want it to feel like a human. There's a human behind those words, and that human is connecting to the human who is reading it, the reader, your target market. So 3 to 5 pain points, ideally in some sort of a story type of format. And it can be just like a broad story, like as a restaurant owner, you come into work every day and you're working hard, and but your margins suck, and I don't know, I'm just kind of like talking off the cuff here, but you kind of get the general tone and what I mean by like a story, not like so literal as a story, but more like the story of your avatar, if you will. Talking about the pain points, this is you sticking the knife in. All right, the metaphorical knife. And then you're going to twist that metaphorical knife, meaning that you're going to agitate the pain. That is the next item on the checklist here. So describe the pain points, and then you want to elaborate on them. You want to twist the knife. Now, the effect that you're going for, because this is kind of more of this may sound less specific, but to agitate the pain means to further elaborate on the pain points. Taxes is a really good example. So if you're like the average business owner, chances are you don't love doing taxes, because when tax season comes around, you're going to be just as busy, if not more busy, and preoccupied with other more important things that are going on with your business. But as they say, death and taxes. So the problem is that you hate doing taxes, but they need to get done. And not only do they need to get done, and this is me agitating a little bit, and not only do they need to get done, but it's going to, drain your energy and your enthusiasm for life, because you don't want to deal with these bureaucratic forms and these, calculations, and I don't know what to deduct this, blah, 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 that. I want to get back to running and growing my business, but you can't, because you got to pay your taxes. And it's going to take your time, your energy, and then, you got the stress of, well, what if, the tax man comes and knocks on your door for an audit? That would be the worst case scenario. Then you got to spend more time, and then you're going to be worrying, like maybe you owe more. So you can see what I did there as I made the transition, right? From just describing in sort of a little bit of a story-based format, hitting on some key pain points, which I don't know if I hit up to 3 in the beginning, but you get the idea. I agitated the pain. You take it further in order to agitate, right? The visual of the tax man coming to the door for an audit, and what's behind that? Well, I don't know if you want to go this far, but you could go to jail, or you could owe an extra bank vault full of money, and that would suck much worse. And then you got to close down because you got no money, and then you're in the street. Okay, don't go that far, but you get what I'm saying. The next item is, and you want to transition to this, so you might say something like, but there has to be a better way. And I'm being a little bit hyperbolic because we're just having fun here. So you want some sort of a transition, but there has to be a better way, but, and there is a solution. That solution is, and here's where your clear solution statement headline comes in. For example, you might say, a marketing, insert marketing app name helps you generate a consistent stream of inbound customer leads. The word clear is important. You want to kind of bring it down to earth. Don't be like, Blue Sky Local helps your restaurant to generate customer leads. All right, well, how? Be specific. Like in the case of AutoGrow, now rebranded as Growbo, our done-for-you service solution statement headline that has worked for us quite well. AutoGrow is like project management software, but with proven pros, copywriters, designers, developers, strategists, and more ready to do your marketing tasks. That's our solution statement, and we're still selling this as our done-for-you productized service today. We will be merging it, as I mentioned, with Growbo in case it is relevant and of interest to you. And we even have a kind of a subheadline. You'll get unlimited tasks and projects done for you on demand for a flat monthly fee. Okay. And again, so part of the strategy in all the copy that we are having on the page, it's just like I read in that subheadline in this solution statement, it's meant to clarify and support the unique selling proposition headline at the top of the page. So as you're writing the copy, everything should be in support of that unique selling proposition. All right. So again, and you can see what I mean, how like you want to bring it down to earth. I used an analogy here in this case, AutoGrow. It's like project management software, right? With proven pros, ready to do your marketing tasks already inside. All right. And then we further elaborate, but it's all in support of the unique selling proposition. In our case, our USP at the top of our headline for our done-for-you service, delegate unlimited marketing tasks. Okay. Then we go into the top 3 benefits. All right. So you give your clear solution statement headline. You want to explain it a little more with a subheadline, maybe like a little paragraph of text. In our case, you can go to growbo.com/services to see how we actually did it, where we just have like a sentence or two, a bunch of check marks in terms of what's included. And then we move into this next section where we have the top 3 benefits. All right. A benefit is different from a feature. This is like copywriting 101. Maybe you've heard this elsewhere. I don't care. I'm going to tell you it again because a lot of people get this wrong, even copywriters. A benefit is like the end benefit. Like, how does it make your life or your business better? So like in the case of Growbo, the Growbo platform where we give AI agents and workflow, like a workflow creator within the software. And basically the AI agents do work for you within the customizable workflow that you define. What's the benefit? Save time, save money, accelerate growth. Those are, at the moment, what we're thinking are our top 3 benefits. We might wordsmith those later, but saving time, because you're not doing the work yourself and your team doesn't have to either. You're saving money because, you can accomplish more and spend less. So with a team of 5 people, you might have had to scale up to 10 people to accomplish what you could do now with the power of the Growbo platform, which is, again, help you to automate repetitive tasks and free up a lot of the time of your team to work on other things. All right. So save time, save money, and accelerate growth, right? So again, you're going to be able to do more in the same amount of time, maybe 3 to 10 times as much. Like just the other day, I was testing it out. It saved me, 10 hours of time. If you want to be specific about it, I would estimate between 7 on the lower end, 7 hours to up to 13 hours, because I created this automation, this growth, as we call it, growth flow automation, and it just saved me a ton of time. So top 3 benefits, be clear, but then explain what is the feature that delivers said benefit. All right. Next, how it works section. All right. You want to include a how it works section, usually in 3 easy steps. All right. You want to bold the subheadlines for each, and then like 1 sentence for each step. Here's how it works in 3 easy steps. Step 1, you sign up and you get set up with your brand profile in the case of Growbo. Step 2, you talk to your Growbo guide, and the Growbo guide helps you to set up your first grow flow, which is like a, done for you project or ongoing automation. Like, for example, every Tuesday, write a blog article for, that's SEO optimized on this topic, right? And then step 3, you hit go, and The Grobo just runs for you continuously, gets work done for you, and you don't have to really lift a finger except to hit enter or to give feedback, depending on however you set up your grow flow. You don't even have to give feedback if you don't want to. So that's the how it works section. You want it to look simple and be specific and clear. Think about like a visual that goes with each step. So the following items are really just, they sort of have to like be weaved and baked into the page. So for example, testimonials is the next one on the checklist. These you want to sprinkle throughout your page. Don't lump them all in one place altogether, because otherwise people are just going to like gloss over them and go, oh, this is the part where they're going to try to persuade me, or, you know, and you want them to be short. People's attention spans are shorter than ever. Ideally, for each of the 3 benefits that you went through and the features for how those benefits are delivered, you want one testimonial directly supporting the idea that this is the benefit that's delivered. So if you say, you know, we reduce your cost by up to 90%, a testimonial from a customer or client would be right near there, maybe like right after, saying, my name is John and I signed up for Grobo and I'm saving, you know, whatever, tens of thousands of dollars every single month. So testimonials. Next, research with citing from credible third parties. If you are making claims, which just by the nature of it, you're going to be making claims, and even especially if you are a startup and you maybe don't have a lot of testimonials right now, or even any, you can take quotes or credible third-party research from universities, medical journals, newspapers, news sites, even historical quotes in some cases, to support the claims that you're making. And this adds credibility, all right? Because it's not you saying, oh, I'm so awesome, please believe me, please trust me. It's like, no. You know, Benjamin Franklin said this over here. And ideally, you want someone better than Ben Franklin, because he's a historical figure. It can still work. Maybe if you're selling insurance, he has some quote about money and saving. Sure, it could work. I've actually seen it work, but like in the case of another SaaS company, that product that I founded over 10 years ago was called Saberblast. It was email marketing software. So what I baked into the copy at the time was research from the Direct Marketing Association, saying that for every dollar invested in email marketing, you're going to generate, something like $35 return on investment. Pretty damn good, right? Next item on the checklist, vanity/business performance stats. All right. For example, you've seen this on other sites, undoubtedly. 612,000 and counting. That's how many emails we've sent on behalf of our customers since we launched. That would be maybe something that we used on the Saberblast site for an email marketing tool. We've sent this many emails. And don't do the we've had this many cups of coffee thing. It's really cliche. Stop it. We've seen enough. The 302 cups of coffee. It's like, okay, that's nice. I've seen this elsewhere. Be original. Think of something else if you want to be a little cute. But better when you're first starting out with this copy, like, don't do anything that's distracting. Just focus on, copy that's going to help you to sell, rather than potentially be distracting. Because some people don't have a sense of humor. They might be like, cups of coffee, I don't get it. What does that mean? Next is anticipate objections. So FAQs, if you have a pricing page, these can go on your pricing page. But if you're selling a service and your goal is to actually get people on a call, you can have some FAQs be answered on your booking page to alleviate any ambiguity, any unknowns, any apprehension that people have, but also try to anticipate it where possible within your existing sales page copy. This can be maybe like a concluding headline at the bottom of the homepage where you give one final call to action and a headline to go with it, like, sign up today, it's completely free. Book a call with us today, no pitch. We guarantee that, you're going to get value from it. Otherwise, we'll give you like a $30 Amazon gift card. I don't know. And that brings me to the next point, which are risk reversals. Risk reversals are very powerful. A risk reversal, you know what it is. If it's double your money back guarantee, a 30-day money back guarantee, a 30-day free trial, a free account with emphasis on the word free, a 100% satisfaction guarantee, or we will, do work for you for free, or we will refund your money, something like this. This is a risk reversal. Ideally, you would include this on the page. and or maybe on the pricing page, if you have a pricing page, closer to the point of checkout. Primary text on the call to action button, you want to think strategically about the text that you're going to use. It could be something as simple as sign up, / it's free. That actually has been A/B tested. I've seen it in a couple of different cases. Sign up - it's free converts better than sign up free, just in case you were curious about that. You could also have it be benefit focused and from the point of view of the potential customer or client. The text on the CTA button might say something like, yes, get me, the reader, more leads, for example. And it might also be recommended that you have a phone number that people can call into. It can make your company look bigger, more established, more human, more peace of mind. Oh, look, there's a phone number I can call if I want to cancel or if I have a question, Because some people just want to talk rather than, just buy from your site. You can also include social proof in the form of, how many 5-star reviews you've gotten. I don't recommend having links that take people off of your page to go to like a review site to see your reviews. You want to keep people on the page. So just report, oh, we've had, over 100 5-star reviews, or, you can include some of the reviews in general, maybe at the bottom of the page, right near that final call to action. 1, 2, maximum 3, I would say. And visually show the 5 stars. Another effective tactic can be to use a price anchor. This is a little more advanced, so if you're not an expert copywriter, be careful with this one. It's very powerful though if you do it right. For example, price anchor, that's less than 1 cup of coffee per day. Or if it's a free offer, you could price anchor it by saying, oh, it's $197 value, but you're going to get it for free, this bonus maybe when you subscribe today. Or info product pitches, you don't want to be too salesy. It really turns a lot of people off. Some of the best customers and clients will be turned off by this. You got to be cool in the way that you use words and the way that you sell, because you can make money, but you're going to leave people without a buyer's remorse if you're selling too hard and if it's effective at the same time, and your brand is just going to suffer. You can break down the value and just sort of say like, okay, normally this would cost for AutoGrow. When we were branded as AutoGrow, we would say, hey, it costs thousands, and we would give like a more specific number for hiring a copywriter, designer, developer, and so on. But you can get an all-in-one team for just $9.99 a month. You're saving up to $10,000 or more per month right off the bat. And finally, you want to write in a 5th or 6th grade level. Okay, this makes it easy for people to read and want to read and perhaps even enjoy reading the copy on your website. So how do you ensure that you're writing at a 5th or 6th grade level? Go to hemingwayapp.com. So that is the entire checklist. I'll include a link to it on YouTube, or if you're watching this on our blog, it will be below. So go ahead and follow this checklist, apply it. Let me know which points you connect with the most. Was there anything that you think should be added to this checklist, but which is not? I can tell you again, this is battle tested, and it has worked extremely well for us and for our clients, generating literally millions of dollars in sales. So there's really not much that I can think that you'd possibly want to add, but you might want to massage it in certain areas a little bit, depending on what it is you're selling or who you are selling to. But I can almost guarantee that by default, this will work for you and it will convert if you write clear. At a minimum, just copy that is clear and that is easy to read and comprehend. Okay? So go forth, enjoy getting value from that. And if you got value from this video, which undoubtedly you have if you've gotten this far, please like the video, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And one of the biggest compliments that you can give me and our team is to actually share this, because it's thanks to viewers like you that this channel and our business in general is growing, because you are helping to share our content. And if you'd like to actually learn more about how Growbo.com can help you to save money, save time, and accelerate your growth with the power of AI agents and making it easy and fun, frankly, to incorporate AI automation into your business, check us out at growbo.com. That's growbo.com. As always, stay focused, keep growing. I will see you in the next video.